Hello, what is up, my Kevo Maniacs? O.Rocks here, and welcome to my very first podcast video. Alright, that's enough. Anyway, yes, Kevo Maniacs, welcome to my very first podcast video. I hope this will be in your interest. So, right now, today, I want to talk about, for today's first podcast, is online only games. What do I think about online only games? Well, it's interesting that to play games that you had to connect your internet onto consoles, mobile devices, and somewhat to able to play the games that you wanted to play and to try out as well. That's cool. But there are the cons that I don't like or I mostly despise. Well, I gotta say it to you. I remembered when Gran Turismo Sport is been showcased or show trailers about it from years ago. It's great. It's pretty cool. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, no reason at all, it's an online only game. What just happened? I don't understand why Polyphony Digital decided to have online only game on the greatest driving simulator game of all time, to be an online only game for later consoles, which is now the previous gen console. I'm talking about the PS4, by the way. But still, it's not really cool. It's pathetic. Why did they decide to put Gran Turismo Sport an online only game? And years later, even Forza is part of it. So same with Polyphony Digital with Gran Turismo 7. These two games that we enjoyed from their past, and also from ours, became an online only game. I have a loss with words. But the good thing is, sorry if I go off track, but the good thing is, from Polyphony Digital, during the development of Gran Turismo 7 and before that game releases, that was last year, is it? No, this year? I don't remember, but I'm talking about, no, that was 2 years ago, 2023, is it? I think so, yeah. I'm very impressed that during the development of Gran Turismo 7, Polyphony Digital decided to bring the last and final update for Gran Turismo Sport. If any one of you Kevo Maniacs still has Gran Turismo Sport for your PS4, I'm impressed that Polyphony Digital brought the last and final version during their development of Gran Turismo 7 to make an online only game to an offline game. For Gran Turismo Sport. That's what we wanted. We want that offline because we grew up playing games offline. We played solo. We play their games going solo when we play arcade mode and also playing GT mode to able to gain more cash and buy cars and stuff like that. Their previous Gran Turismo games is pretty amazing. Same with Forza on the Xbox, the original and then the 360 and in Xbox One. Sure, there are DLCs in later Forza games, like Forza 4, Forza 5. I heard Forza 5 has more DLCs than Forza 4. But anyway, previous Forza games and Gran Turismo games, you can actually play games whatever you like. You want to play by yourself, to play solo, or play with your friends or family members locally, playing two players in the same room somewhat. That's pretty cool. That's a choice. But playing games online should be an option, not a full game. Imagine, for example, Nintendo's Mario series. When there's a brand new Mario game coming up for Nintendo Switch 2. No, imagine this. Imagine if Nintendo makes another Super Mario game that's part of the series. And we're all excited about it, myself included, for the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2. Um, it could be later, I don't know, but I'm not saying it for real. But imagine this. Um, Imagine if they are bringing that game and about to be released it for Nintendo Switch 2, and once it's been released. Uh, you're about to buy this game in a nearby store like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, whatever store that's close by you. You bought that game that's been released. You took it home, and even if you bought yourself a Nintendo Switch 2 when it's coming up next month in the 15th, right? June 15th, is it? Yeah, I think it is. Um, Imagine you bought that one. If you bought that game and you put it into your Nintendo Switch 2. And when when you're ready to start to play by pressing the plus button, all of a sudden the notification pop up saying this game requires online to be able to play the full game. And I can tell you guys are going to be pretty disappointed about it. Like, we love the Super Mario series, but it will crush us like in sadness if Nintendo, the beloved game company, plans to have a new Super Mario game to be online only. That would devastate and ruin the series. And I don't want that to happen. And it just happened to Polyphony's Gran Turismo 7 and Gran Turismo Sports. It just ruins the series in somewhat. But since Polyphony decided to make a final update for that previous game and make it playable offline, then okay, that they made their mistake, or probably they just want to fix it up or something like that. I don't know. That depends of the idea from Polyphony Digital. But they ruined it again by making their latest Gran Turismo game, and also Microsoft Game Studios what is it? And also Turn 10's Forza Motorsport that was released 2 years ago, like the 2023 Forza Motorsport. They both ruined, like, even though I love both of those game companies who made the series for the PlayStation and for the Xbox exclusively. Like Nintendo's Mario Kart World for their upcoming Nintendo Switch 2. Don't worry, that game is not off. The Mario Kart World is not online only. It's playable everyday game, like you already know from all Mario Kart games. Don't worry, Couple Maniacs, everything's good. You can play offline or online. That's anyone's choice, and that is the key for it. It's the people's choice. Polyphony Digital and Turn 10's or Microsoft Game Studio should have kept the online feature, like to play Gran Turismo 7 or Forza Motorsport, to play them online by choice. They should have kept it as a choice instead of putting it as a full game. Like, we bought the whole game. Like, we just bought the game from the store, and now you're telling us to put on, like, trying to connect to our consoles with Wi-Fi or internet or whatever to be able to play the full game. Are you serious? Like, are you serious? Come on. That's ridiculous. Very ridiculous. I rather enjoy playing like old games from the series to enjoy the experience than playing later games that requires online connection. Okay, I get it. There are games that's fine. Like, for example, Fortnite. That's fine. That's okay. Because this game is online only, that only plays with friends and somewhat. That okay, I understand that. But the games that we grew up, like, hear me when I'm about to say this. Games that we played before, the games that we grew up with, that plays offline, that we always do, and playing, and also decide to play the games online because it's our choice, because we want to play with our friends. Like I said, online should have been an option. It continues to stay as an option, not a full game. That is the most dumbest idea from any game company ever did. Well, except the other games that I'm alright with it because there are games that I haven't noticed it or never know before until they decide to until I noticed now, and it's online only. So okay then. But the games that I know, like Gran Turismo, Forza, and Mario, but don't worry. Super Mario games will not gonna end up becoming online only because we know Super Mario games. So, and also there are other Nintendo games as well. So yeah, it just happens. So yes, Kevilmaniacs, online only games can only happen with certain games that it is plausible for online only stuff like Fortnite and also Call of Duty. Even though Call of Duty 3, well, back then it was a total letdown because you need to have an internet connection. But there's a storyline there. You want to block that? All for an internet connection? That is so lame from Activision. But maybe there are other games. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to explain this well. But anyway, yeah. It's ridiculous that the games that we grew up with might end up turning up as an online only game, and I don't like that. Personally, I don't like when the series that we grew up with ends up becoming online only. Like I said a few minutes ago, keep the online feature like online local like online play or something like that an option, not a full game because that ruins the moments and experience for us players to enjoy the games that we loved. Like, we loved your series. Now you're going to make us talk trash to your the one piece of the series that just only connects to the internet and not letting us play a full game in peace like it was before. Can you just seriously take the online idea from your latest games off and keep it as an option? You know, like if we want to play it by ourselves and we want to finish the whole game, just put arcade mode or story mode. That's it, or something. Online should be kept as an option. An option. That is it. So we can decide if we want to play by ourselves, so we want to finish the game, to know how cool it is. Just like any other games from the previous generations through here, and keeping the online option as like I said, an option, or we're gonna end up talking trash about it because how ridiculous your idea is. Insane. Come on. I want to play Gran Turismo Sport. Well, even though you made it offline for the last update, that's pretty cool. But do the same thing with Gran Turismo 7. Same goes to you, Microsoft Game Studio and Turn 10. It's pretty cool that you brought that new Forza game here. But it sucks that you wanted to have your Forza Motorsport game online only. That is pathetic. Please bring the offline back to your games because online is supposed to be an option. We can decide if we want to play your game online, or we want to play by ourselves so we can get more cars and somewhat. That's all we asked, and mostly that's also what I want too. No more online stuff. Okay? Please. So anyway, Kevilmaniacs, that is the end of my podcast. I hope you enjoyed listening to it, and I hope you guys would understand of others of my opinions somewhat. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you all in the next podcast. Take care, Kevilmaniacs.